All right, my loves, so we are going to be exploring in this first unit really your authority, okay? What makes you a thought leader? This is the foundation of both your book and your course, not the content, but really what makes you somebody to listen to. And it is also really something a lot of people struggle with. So we're going to cover what makes you the go-to expert in your field, how we can use your book and your course to make sure that you're known as the go-to expert. We're going to look at how to generate income, really using your platform and authority that the book creates for you, and how to drive readers from the book to your other offerings. Okay, that's really the overview, but we want to dive in to what makes you the expert. We're going to talk about your authority marketing statement and your expert positioning. Really, really critical concepts to have under your belt. You've probably heard me talk about them before, but it's so critical that we start there. All right, so let's dive in. Your authority marketing statement or your expert positioning is a simple phrase. It has 4 parts, and we're going to go through it. Below this video is the actual text template I want you to follow, but it's really I am, I help, so that, and by. This single statement allows you to really simply and clearly communicate to your audience in writing, anytime you are in any sort of public setting, on all your social platforms, as well as in the book itself. Who are you? Who do you help? What are you good at? How do you help them solve this problem? All right. So I am, that is your title. Please try to avoid the really creative interpretation of who you are and what you bring. I really want you to be thinking about what are people Google searching when they're like, oh God, I really need help. If they're not searching heart, life, spirituality, alchemist, that's not who you are. What are you? We want to be creative, but in this moment, we really don't want to be creative. Okay, so I am, that is your title, that is your role. I help is your ideal client, your ideal reader. What kind of person do you help? Middle-aged women struggling with. Okay, so think about the demographics of your audience. Who are the people that you're helping? Maybe I help men overcome their relationship phobias. I help older think age, and then problem. Okay, I help them overcome this. So that is what do they get on the other side after the problem has been solved? What is the destination? What is their goal? Okay, I help so that they can feel financially free, so they can live happy, healthy lives, so they can, okay? What's the goal? What do these ideal people really want at the end of the day? It's so important to identify that in your authority statement. And then the by part is your how. How do you help people do this? One really common mistake people make in this element of the authority marketing statement is they launch into teaching everything that they know. Please don't do this. It's really an important element just to keep this a single phrase. Keep it short, keep it simple. So when you say by, you say in my 4-part process, okay? Or with my signature coaching program, or through one-on-one retreats. How do you help your people solve what problem to accomplish what goal? All right. An example, I am a publisher. See, simple. I'm a publisher. I help women write and publish their books. I help so that they can elevate themselves to level of thought leader and become women of impact in the world by offering a 4-part publishing process. Okay, I'm a publisher. I help women write and publish their books so that they can rise to thought leadership through a 4-part process. Then people who are interested in what I have just offered will say, tell me more about your 4-part process. Or that sounds fascinating. I'd love to know more. One of the mistakes we make when we're building these authority marketing statements or expert positioning statements they're really interchangeable. So we get too frilly, too creative, and too long-winded. Okay, so it really should be either 4 tiny little sentences or 1 phrase. I want you to imagine every time you're on a podcast being able to say that. I want you to be able to tweet it, which means it needs to be short. I want it to be under your name on your Facebook profile, on your Instagram profile. Limited number of characters, clear, precise, and succinct. Because when someone's looking, we get in our heads about this a lot. I want you to get out of your head and into the head of the person who should find you. They're already overwhelmed. They just need the clearest and simplest way to you. So this authority marketing statement is your opportunity to clear the path, to make this connection between yourself and the person who really needs you. What's the problem they have? What is the goal? What do they really want? And if they hear from you, I'm the person you're looking for, I understand your problem, I know what you want, and here's how I'm going to help you, then they're just going to be like, yes, tell me more. Okay, so your authority marketing statement is this opportunity for you to say you are the go-to expert in the field of this. You know who you help, you know how you help them, you know what you help them accomplish, and it is so clear, it's impossible for someone to say, I don't understand what you do. They might say, I want to know more about what you do, but I'm a publisher. I help women write and publish books so they can become thought leaders. I have a 4-part process. There is no room for confusion in there. When I started doing this, my first one was an absolute disaster. I was so proud of it though. I was so proud of the creative, frilly, verbose, big word phrase that I had constructed. But even I couldn't say it without reading it off a card. I had to stick it on my wall behind my computer. So anytime I was introducing myself, I had to read it off. That is not the goal. It's got to be short, clear, precise, so that you can just say it without tripping, stumbling, or confusing people. Okay, so that's part 1 of thought leadership, really establishing yourself in a clear, precise way as a thought leader in your field. Your authority marketing statement, your expert positioning statement is what determines you are the leader in this, okay? You have to be able to clarify that so it clears that path for you to be the thought leader. This takes time. Take a breath. It takes time. You will iterate this, you will rewrite this, you will revise this as you go through this course. You'll probably write it 4 different times. A month after your book comes out, I hope that you revise it again. We internally, and I recommend all of our authors do a quarterly rewrite of their authority marketing statement because we evolve, we change, and we get more clear about who we are becoming. So make a draft right now. I help, so that, and by, knowing that this is only the first step. What we always do is encourage you to work it, tweak it, improve it, get your best version, and then please share it with the community. Okay, post it and say, hey, this is a version of my expert positioning statement, looking for feedback. Is it clear, concise? Do you know what I do? A perfect example, I stumbled across somebody on social media, and underneath her name on her social media platform was, I am a web weaver and bridge builder. I was like, that sounds lovely. It's so metaphorical that I have no flipping clue what you do. And unless I need a bridge built over a river, I'm not going to come to you for help. Okay? So really get your mind into the audience. What do they need? What are they looking for? And then position yourself as that expert, knowing that this is not a one and done, that this is something that we evolve over time. All right? On to the next one.